Hey, what's up everyone? My name is Daniel. Today I'm going to show you how I have been able to keep my controller from disconnecting from my Xbox. It has been about 2 weeks and it has been a solid fix for 100% of the time. And I just wanted to share with you guys, and I hope it's going to be very helpful. A lot of you are having issues when you go to swap out your batteries mid-game, that your controller completely disconnects. In this case, I believe I have found a way that keeps the controller from disconnecting. So stay tuned, check out the video, and please have some patience. I do go through the step-by-step guide on how to do this, but it will help take away from having to use a USB-C cable to reconnect, or it should keep you from having to do your hard restarts on the Xbox. I've ran into a couple issues. I've shared them with being able to reconnect your controller using the USB-C cable. Another route was actually doing a hard restart. If you're doing the hard restart, do make sure that your headset is turned off and that your batteries are removed from your controller. And then when you do the hard restart, if for some reason it's not working, it means you'll have to resync your controller to your console. Before turning any other devices on connected to your Xbox, make sure that you sync your controller first. So what I have found out is that if I use my controller to power on my console and to also shut it off, that has been solving the majority of the issues I'm having. Now, this has worked for me 100% of the time for the last couple weeks, and I'm sure that this is not going to work 100% of the time. But I just wanted to share this because it's been super helpful, and it's saved me from the inconvenience of having my batteries disconnect my controller from my console mid-game if I need to swap them out. So here, I'm gonna just simply show you what I'm doing, and that has corrected my issue for the most part. And it's so simple that it seems a bit ridiculous. So I'm gonna power on my console using my controller. So you can see it powered right up, everything's on the screen, my controller is active. Once you have your system powered on, if you have wireless headset, I use the Lucid Sound 35s. With rechargeable batteries, I go ahead and turn it on now. That there also takes a couple seconds to load up and sync sometimes. I think sometimes it takes up to like 45 seconds. Sometimes just turning this on creates stress. Like I'm like, oh, is it not gonna sync up or something? But in this case, it's working fine. It has been working fine for the last couple weeks. And so I can start playing, gaming, and there's no interference. It's all connected. So mid-game, your battery's getting low and you wanna change it because you're in a safe spot on a raid or something. Just now you should be able to pull your batteries out of your controller. It should not matter if they're rechargeable batteries or non-rechargeable batteries. You should get the same reaction either way. So my controller is completely off now. We're gonna turn it back on and it should just automatically resync. So, and that is because I turned the Xbox on with the controller. I've noticed that if I turn just the Xbox on manually, that this doesn't always work. So we have that going for us. Our controller is still disconnected. I power when I'm completely done gaming, whether I'm gonna wait 5 minutes, 30 minutes a day, I come through and I turn my console and stuff off manually. So you can see that my headset is still powered on. I'm gonna turn it off just like so. So my controller will shut down, my headset will shut down, and then I go and put them in their charging stations or whatever you do when you're done with them. So now that we have everything powered down, let it do it. It takes some time to power down. If you try to power it up right away, it sometimes can create interference. So I believe that was enough time. So now I'm going to show you what not to do, because it's going to cause my controller to disconnect from the console, which is super irritating. So we're gonna power it back on. You can see that the Xbox turned on there behind me. I just had to look real quick, but there's the light for the Xbox in case you're not paying attention to that. So now I'm going to turn my headset on. My headset is going to take another moment or two to connect. So it is now connected, and this is where you run into the issue of it disconnecting. So I believe using your controller to power up and power down your system without messing with anything else seems to be the key to keep everything functioning as best as possible. So let's say I'm done, I'm not paying attention, and I'm just sort of starting to shut everything down. If I come to my headset and power my headset off, so my headset's off now, I believe in the next few seconds, my controller is going to disconnect from my console. So there it goes. For some reason, the headset is interfering with the controller, and now the only way I have been able to get this to reconnect to my console is by doing the full hard restart. So in order to do the hard reset on the console, this is super important, super simple, but I believe people are overlooking it. When you are gonna do your hard reset, please remove your batteries from your controller, because if it's flashing like that and you do the hard reset, this is still trying to communicate with the console and it's not happening. So I think you need like an open channel for this to be able to reconnect. And in order to do that, you need to disconnect the power from it. Same thing for your headset. Your headset needs to be turned off in order for this to work properly if you're doing the hard reset. So now I have my console there. I have tried using the cable. I've tried doing the sync button, and I've tried the reset here. And unless I remove the batteries, nothing works. And now I could try reconnecting it, but I'm pretty confident that it's not gonna work. So I will just go through the process of doing the hard reset one more time. So I'm gonna hold down my home button until it is completely powered down. And then I'm going to reach behind and disconnect the power cable. And then I'm pressing the home button a couple times just because sometimes energy can be stored in there and we want to make sure we drain that out. So plugging my cable back in. We have the controller that disconnected from the Xbox just a moment ago. Putting my batteries back in. Now, if I'm correct about this, my console should power back up now. It was just disconnected and they weren't communicating. If it doesn't, which sometimes may be the case, all you will need to do at this point is resync your console and your controller. So you have your button here, and then on the front of your Xbox Series X or S, you will have your sync button. So we're gonna go ahead and power this on, and there it goes. It did just power on without having to resync anything. But if you go through all these steps and your controller is still flashing, there's a very good possibility the only thing you're missing is just needing to resync the two items. Because when you do the hard reset, sometimes it's like the system is finding a brand new controller, and as long as the batteries were out of it, this should be what solves your problem. I hope this has been helpful. Please feel free to share, like, comment below. Just let me know if this is working for you. Sorry the video is so long. It's just been such a pain. I've waited a couple weeks to share this information with you guys just because I wanted to make sure it was a certain fix, and it's been super irritating. Feel bad for those in the middle of rage trying to switch out their batteries and just having it disconnect and not reconnect. So it's just ongoing. So I hope that this helps you guys with your controller issues, with your battery issues, and it's definitely helped me. It's been pretty solid, and I've been thankful to be able to share this with you guys. Just wanted to say before I go, thank you everyone for showing all your support. Love all the comments that I'm seeing, even the negative ones. But for all of you reaching out to let me know you have other issues, it's been super helpful and helping me figure out how we can solve them, because I'm able to reenact some of the issues, and it's been pretty effective. I'm tired of having to resync my controller regularly, and I believe that this video is going to help you with that. So thank you again, and please feel free to continue to like and subscribe. I'll try to put useful videos out there. I do a lot of stuff, not just gaming, but like how-to videos and home improvement stuff. But you know, I'm a dad, I'm a grandpa, I have a couple children, I'm married, I got a lot going on, and I love the game. So gaming is my hobby. So hopefully there's some more guys out there like me, and hopefully these continue to be helpful, and just want you all to know that I appreciate you and appreciate all the support that you've shown, and hope you all have a great day. Game on.